I start by saying it probably wouldn't have mattered who went first and who went second, because I think I could have written Tony's speech for him. I've had the opportunity to hear it a few times in the past. Of course, Bill Glasson from the AMA is here today, and he's famously dubbed Tony and I Punch and Judy. And I'd have to say, Bill, given you're here, I've always been a bit resentful of that because I wanted to be Punch. But given Tony's boxing history, I suspect it was always going to work out the way round it has. And I'd have to say I'm very glad to see Tony here today for a press club debate. Of course, last time I was here to debate Tony at the press club, he unfortunately wasn't here. And there is the old saying, there's no show without punch, so it's great to see him here today. And having heard Tony's address, of course, it is the Orwellian-style fear campaign address that he's been using throughout this campaign and for the period before. He is trying to convince you, of course, that black is white, hate is love, lies are truth, and you have to give it marks for audacity, if not accuracy.
I know Julia is embarrassed about the things she said before, about pooled health funds. She tried to explain her way out of it, very unsuccessfully, but Julia, you said it. You said it. Maybe you would like to repudiate it. Well, fine. You are entitled to repudiate what you said. So, Julia, how do you justify your statements to the National Press Club and elsewhere about pooled funding?
Let's not get into
this is a
Nissan
debate. This is supposed to be a debate.
I don't mind answering it.
I mean, were you wrong when you talked about that before this audience and others?
It's a misreading. This is the greatest furphy in modern politics, so we might as well lay it to rest now. It's a misreading of the use of the term pool. It's not used in the pooled funding sense, which is a grammar construction the English didn't bear when it was written.
You used it, not me.
It's not a reference to pooled funding. And we still need to sort out the compulsory acquisition of public hospitals, but presumably we'll do that later.
Yeah, okay.
I know that you now like to paint yourself as the best friend of Medicare, but every time you do, most people titter. And during the debate...
Surely not the ABC, Michael.
No, certainly not.
So, Julia, exactly how will federal Labor, if it wins the election, fix the public hospital system? I mean, we've got bulk billing rates up. We're increasing nursing home places. How will the whole system be reorganised to fix the public hospitals? How can you, as someone who doesn't have authority over public hospitals, actually improve the way they run? And what's this National Health Reform Commission going to do to allegedly fix the situation?
I'm not sure that the system is supposed to be us interrogating each other, but I'm happy to respond to that. Of course, Labor wants to address the site of pressure on public hospitals, and I think it's a bit cute by half to claim that the Howard government's got bulk billing rates up. There's been a tiny recovery after a major drop. Bit hard to smash the joint up and then claim credit for having, got out the super glue and put one vase back together. When I talk to members of the medical profession, they are very supportive of this, so that we don't have hard lines between aged care that cause problems in hospitals and hard lines between primary care.
But that's all very well to say that. It is all very well to say that, but how do you actually deliver it?
Yeah, well, I don't think this is the place or the time.
Well, is the safety net, like the $600 family tax bonus, something that you don't think is real? The money that they're getting in higher Medicare rebates doesn't count to you.
Okay. Let's put that one up on the air on the backboard as well. The next question is actually from Fleur Anderson.
Hello, Fleur Anderson from News Limited. This is a question to Ms Gillard. Just going back to your Punch and Judy comments, the AMA has been pretty strong with their stance against boxing. Are you, if you become a Labor health minister, are you going to ban it?
I'm not sure that the power to ban boxing lies in the hands of the federal government. The expert here might correct me on that, but I think that's probably right. Look, I'm not an expert on boxing. It seems to me, on the basis of absolutely no expertise, that there's obviously ways of doing it with headgear and all the rest of it which qualifies as a sport, and ways of doing it which means that it's much more likely to generate injuries, and we don't want people wandering out and getting themselves injured, particularly not head injuries. But Tony might want to talk to us about what's appropriate in safety gear in boxing. I've never actually got into a ring and not intending to do so.
I hate to think what consequences it's had to me, Julia.
We can only speculate.
I apologise in advance if this question unnecessarily infantilises this debate, but I did want to know, just out of curiosity, when each of you last visited a bulk billing doctor.
I think the last Dr. Julia visited was Dr. Bill Glasson for some emergency medication, wasn't it? And I think that was you were bulk billed. It was nothing. I think that was what happened on that occasion, wasn't it, Julia?
Certainly, no money changed hands.
I'd like to ask both of you if you'd like to be leaders one day of your respective parties.
You go first, Julia.
Louise, I'm doing everything I can to make Tony leader of the opposition, which,
and I suspect that after Mark Latham loses, they could well turn to you, Julia. So,
Looks a bit like a party trick, but thank you very much, and I hope you both enjoy these mementos of the occasion, whatever the outcome of the debate today and the election next month.
Thanks very much, Ken. Thank you.